Officially to our 15-minute resilient mind and body program. For those that are logging in for the first time, hello. My name is Lance Breger. I'm the CEO and executive wellness coach at Infinity Wellness Partners. And my mission is to support your greatest health, life, and career. And I choose to do that by living these strategies and lifestyles and techniques ahead of time and then sharing my experience and being able to guide. So thank you so very much for making time for yourself. And I see a lot of familiar faces and new faces. I'm grateful to be able to work with you today. Our session is such a fun one. Get to sleep while stressing. So many of our professional clients experience sleep challenges, so you are not alone. Let's dive right into sleep guidelines, recommendations. Then we're going to go into the 4 big solutions for helping you fall asleep and stay asleep. And then we're going to finish with creating your own 7-day, well, we'll create a sleep routine that I'm going to invite you to put into a 7-day challenge. So get out your pen and paper because you're going to be taking notes and creating your routine. So what's happening when you can't go to sleep when you're stressing? Well, when you're stressing, you are releasing stress hormones, and sleep is very connected to your hormones. The stress hormone cortisol increases when you're experiencing stress. It also increases when we are exposed to light. And our brains and eyes and body don't know the difference between the sun and a light bulb. So light causes us to be up and alert and releases stress hormones. Now, when it gets darker, our stress hormones are supposed to go down and our melatonin is supposed to go up. Melatonin is your sleep, growth, and repair hormones. So when we're stressing, it suppresses our melatonin. So things that cause stress are going to cause your melatonin to not be able to rise, preventing you from getting tired and getting quality sleep. Now let's get into how much sleep do you need? Well, our guidelines are 7 hours plus. Let's start working towards 7 hours. Majority of professionals are under that, and studies show there's many mental, physical, and emotional complications for getting less than 7 hours of sleep. That's okay. We've all been there before, and we can accept the responsibility to improve ourselves. Now, it's not just about the quantity of time, but your bedtime matters too. Because your sleep cycle is connected to the circadian cycle, it's a 24-hour cycle of light and dark. There's different hormone responses based on light and dark. Between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., that's when we're supposed to go through all of our physical repair. From 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., that's when we go through neurological, mental, psychological repair. So optimal bedtime and sleep time is 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Right now, I'm recommending let's get head on pillow sleeping by 10:30, 10 and 10:30. Now you may be saying, Lance, I'm right now going to bed at midnight. And I understand, I've been there and have had clients that have gone to bed way early the next day. So my recommendation for all of us is let's start to work our bedtime back in 15-minute increments. If you move your bedtime earlier, 15 minutes, that's 15 more minutes of sleep, getting you closer to 7 hours. And it's 15 minutes earlier, getting closer to head on pillow. And after 2 weeks of using that bedtime and you master it, your body adapts to it, then move another 15 minutes earlier. Consistency and routine is one of the most important elements to optimal sleep. Okay, here are the big 4 solutions that we're going to dive into and create your new sleep routine. So get your pen, paper ready, and after I share the solution, write down, I'm going to prompt you what you're going to do in this category. And to get you in the right frame of mind, pretend you are putting a child to bed. Have you ever done that? Grandchild, child, niece, nephew, babysitting. Think about these 4 elements. What would I do with light, blood sugar, caffeine, and stress if I wanted a child to go to bed? And we want to do the same thing for ourselves. So if your bedtime routine, you wouldn't want a child or maybe even a colleague to use or someone you care and love about, you may want to consider changing it because you are a leader and you want to live and sleep and manage yourself and work in a way that when emulated makes the world a happier, healthier, and more productive place. Let's go with number one. So light, as I mentioned, causes us to be up and alert. Exposure to a tablet for 1 hour will decrease your melatonin up to 3 hours. So that means the tablet you can just replace with your phone, TV, even lights all around your home. So we want to start dimming down the lights and unplugging anywhere between 30 and 90 minutes before bedtime. So if we're trying to get to optimal bedtime at 10:30, let's start to unplug and dim down the lights around 9 p.m. So think about how can you unplug? And also a lot of the things that are emitting light are causing stress, like our email or the news or a zombie apocalypse Netflix show or something like that. So there's a connection between what we're watching and exposing ourselves to with light and what that light is actually doing to us. So what will you do with your light? Remember, you want to sleep in a cave. We want it to be as dark as possible. Affectionately escort your phone out of your bedroom and put it an alarm in your bathroom so it goes off outside and you wake up and you're in the bathroom and you can start your day rather than snoozing. Also, going to bed with the TV on, alarm clocks. You want to black out your blinds and wear a mask to make it as dark as possible. Write down what you're going to do about light. Blood sugar, right? We wouldn't want our children to be having lots of sugar before bedtime. Well, to adults, sugar is called carbohydrates and wine and a cocktail or a dessert or after dinner treat. So the optimal dinner is protein, fat, and above ground vegetables, less carbohydrates with high energy. When we have high energy or lots of carbohydrates, it causes your blood sugar to go up, which causes you insomnia because you have so much energy in your body, like kids before going to bed. And then it wakes you up in the middle of the night because your blood sugar crashes. What goes up fast must come down fast. So start to change your dinner and add more protein, more good fat, and reduce the amount of grains, starches, baked goods, cocktails, beer, wine, desserts. Those are all extra carbohydrates causing your blood sugar to have issues. So this you can try tonight. Now write down, what are you going to do about blood sugar to improve your sleep? What can you do that may help you? Write it down. Think it and ink it. When we write down our goals, we get 10 times the results. Okay, how about caffeine? Would we not want our children to have, we'll call it one of those like Red Bulls, energy drinks, or sodas before bed? Probably not because of caffeine. Caffeine is a central nervous system stimulator. Yes, that means it stimulates and causes you to be up and alert. Now, caffeine prevents you from falling asleep and it causes you to wake up feeling unrested because you don't get to your deepest levels of dream sleep. And then you need more caffeine to start your day. And that's really challenging. Also, this is incredible. I love sharing this and it opened my mind. There is a 6-hour half-life to caffeine in your body. What does that mean, Lance? Well, when I have a cup of coffee, the average drip cup of coffee has about 300 milligrams of caffeine. So if we have that at noon, 6 hours later, 6 p.m., you have half of the caffeine still in you. And 6 hours after that, at midnight, you have half of that caffeine still in you. And an espresso shot averages about a 75 milligram. So that means your noon pick-me-up drink is giving you an espresso shot worth of caffeine at midnight. Wow. And it's still there 6 a.m. So what can you do about caffeine? Maybe moving it earlier, maybe minimizing it, moving to decaf, moving to the tea family. What can you do that you know can really make a big difference. And our last solution is stress itself. So many of my clients have challenges with sleep because of stress. And that usually manifests as an overactive mind. I get it. It happens to me too, especially before presentations when I'm on the road in a different environment. My mind could really be excited. And then the first thing I do is I give myself permission to not have a good night's sleep. Do not become stressed because you can't fall asleep. It's okay. It may be a little tired the next day, but you will survive and you can have a great day. You can take a nap, you can meditate and you can get to bed earlier the next day. So give yourself permission not to have a good night's sleep. It is okay. That is what I do first. Worst comes to worst, I'll lay here quietly or, meditate, deep breathing. So first thing is take the energy from your mind and write it down. Have a worry journal or a gratitude journal or something nearby, not your phone optimally, that you can write down what's on your mind and create an action list, your to-dos, don't forgets. Write them down so that you don't have to keep them up in your mind. Move the energy. Also, practicing gratitude and focusing on what's right in your work and in your life and in your health is a great way to fall asleep rather than focusing on what went wrong in the day. So many things go right. You can have a bedtime tea. You can use organic essential oils to help you relax, like lavender. You can do stretching, yoga poses. You could read an inspiring book. You can listen to relaxing music. You can pet your dog. You can cuddle a partner or a family member. You can write your goals down. You can do deep breathing. Did I mention meditating yet? You can use a guided meditation on an app. There's so many things. You could take a bath. What you know better than me, what reduces your stress the most, and what would you really love to do before bed that would help you go to sleep? Like for a child, we'd sing to them, read them a book, or rub their back. I also want to introduce alternate nostril breathing. This helps to stimulate the pineal gland in the brain and release melatonin. Let's try it for 1 minute. Go ahead and take your right index finger and cover your right nostril. And now exhale all the air out the left side. Stay here and inhale back up the left side. Pause with full lungs, switch, and exhale out the right. Inhale back up the right. Pause, switch, and exhale out your left. Inhale up the right. Pause, exhale out the left. Do this 3 more times on your own as I explain the science. As you're breathing, different nostrils are connected to different hemispheres of the brain from the nervous system, and you have nerves in the nose. Also, it's a secret meditation. We are not focusing on our thoughts because we are touching and focusing on our breathing and not putting our finger in our nose. Also, the slower you breathe, the slower your mind. So when you find your mind being sped up at any time, slow your breathing and slow your mind. This is a great breathing exercise to do before bed. So what will you now do to improve your stress using these relaxing techniques that I shared? Write it down. So I put together a sample sleep routine based on the 4 solutions. Unplugging at 9:30, blood sugar, eliminating alcohol, caffeine, switching to herbal teas, and maybe stress is reading an inspiring book. So get your 4 little tips. You created your new sleep routine. I hope you're excited to use it because I'm inviting you to a 7-day sleep challenge. Let's try this routine for the next 7 days until we meet again and really show how you can have more energy and vitality and happiness and productivity and focus just by getting sleep with these simple steps. I am so grateful to have had a chance to work with each and every single one of you. I wish you the best night's sleep ever. You can send questions, ask additional support or for information at the email below. And also, I uploaded the sleep handout into the handout tab of the control panel. You can download that. And I so So, so grateful to work with you, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Have an amazing day. Thanks for investing in yourself. It's the best thing you could ever do.